And now, in light of Passover that starts this Saturday night, we're proud to have our own Devo Klein present Blessed by Israel and the range of beautiful products I see here in studio. Devo, can you tell me a little bit about Blessed by Israel?
Absolutely. So Blessed by Israel, it's truly an incredible organization that's really, in practice, giving American citizens access to items and store-bought items that are made right here in Israel, in the Holy Land. They're a unique platform. They're basically connecting Americans with Israeli makers. We have here the beautiful products of Blessed by Israel. And all of these products carry a story. You know, all of these products have been handcrafted by someone living in the Heartland in Judea and Samaria. And they all have such incredible stories. And those stories, you can really see them in all of these products. They're really emanating from them. And, you know, Pesach is right around the corner, so it's actually a great time to get gifts. And you don't have to buy a plane ticket and fly all the way here. You can use Blessed by Israel, and you can give one of these absolutely gorgeous gifts that I have right here.
Yeah, just a few days away. So the company is based in the U.S. and ships here from there?
Exactly what you said. And as I stated, it's really a one-of-a-kind program because usually Americans don't have this sort of access to materials and to items and things that you can purchase from right here in Israel. And like I said, they're incredibly unique items. They're not items that you can find on your average, you know, Amazon web store or whatnot. They're incredibly unique. They carry incredible stories. And Blessed by Israel is there to make that connection and give access to Americans to these products.
So I see a few things here on the table. Maybe you want to elaborate on what each product is, or just maybe some of the highlights.
Of course. So in general, you know, we have honey, olive oil, these soaps, you know, handcrafted mugs that have been handcrafted by quite literally the pioneers of Judea and Samaria right here. And in general, these products, they're very Israeli. I myself live in Judea and Samaria, and I could definitely say that these definitely encapsulate, you know, the Israeli spirit. And if you want to kind of show solidarity with Israel and connect to Israel, these products are a great way to do that. So as I said, we have these really marvelous, you know, handcrafted.
Look at those colors.
Yeah, it's really incredible. And this one right here with the olives, I think is just absolutely gorgeous. And they're ceramics, and they've been made by a family who actually has 8 children, which is quite incredible. Batya, the woman she has a studio, a ceramic studio, and she sits and she crafts them herself. Her husband, actually, the two of them and their 8 children, they live in Itamar, which is a settlement in Samaria, which is north of Jerusalem. And he managed to plant 200 fruit trees. And Batya actually told us at ILTV that she can hear the birds chirping because the trees attract the birds, and it just inspires her to make these ceramics. Olive oil, I think, is very representative of Israel, and olive trees, olive branches. These are actually coming to us. They're all organic and all natural. And I love this story because in the area where they make this, which is in the Carmel area, they discovered an oil-making, you know, stone, and they found under the water there 2,000-year-old olives. So it's just a little bit of history inside of that. We have these incredible artisan soaps and the honey, which is a really, really big one. The honey is absolutely incredible. It's natural, there's no additives, and it's really incredible. The soap, I did want to talk a little bit about, because as I mentioned, you know, ILTV got to meet these people and their stories and hear the way that they make these products. And the soap is actually coming to us from a family of 8 boys. They have 8 children, and their 4th child was born with Down syndrome. After their son was born, they decided to start making these soaps. And they employ some kids with special needs, people with special needs, in this little business that they have. They're operating out of the honey is operating out of Hebron, which is south of Jerusalem. So it's really a little bit from everywhere. And I think that all of these products really encapsulate, you know, Israeli culture, Israeli essence. And I think that for Americans to have access to these sort of products is just otherworldly. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I highly recommend that for Pesach. People go to Blessed by Israel.
That's beautiful, really special items, and I love how you brought to us some of the personal stories behind all of these products.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure there are more, so thank you very much for that, Devo Klein. Scan the QR code to buy these meaningful products and support families from Israel's biblical heartland.